Hi everyone, welcome to this video. I'm going to be talking about ableism, but I'm going to be talking about two kind of specific things about ableism. Obviously, this is a relatively short video clip, so we're not going to take a deep dive into this concept, but I definitely encourage people to take a deep dive into this concept. There's a lot of material online. There's a lot of book resources, video resources where you can learn more about ableism and how it really manifests, what it looks like, even examining your own self in terms of possible ableist thoughts or beliefs that you might have. So I think we all kind of have a general idea, hopefully, of what ableism is, basically the discrimination or prejudice against those who have a disability or disabled. This could include people with a physical disability. This could include people with who are neurodivergent. This could include individuals with chronic medical conditions. There's other categories as well, but you kind of get the basic idea. So someone who identifies in one of these ways, discriminating against them, being prejudiced toward them in ways that devalue them, in ways that communicate they are less than, not as good as others, in ways that limit them from inclusion, limit them from accessibility. This is the general idea. So I want to talk about ableism in two constructs. The first one is systems, because one of the things I think we need to understand is that really overt, kind of in your face, I don't like you because you have a disability is probably somewhat rare. I mean, it does and can happen. But really, I think a lot of what we find in terms of ableism manifested, where it really is affecting people very negatively, is found in our systems, whether it's our education system, our medical system, our mental health system, different various government programs. The way our systems in general are designed tend to have these ableist pieces in them, just in the way they're put forth, the rules or regulations, what's being communicated can really have these sort of ableist messages and components. And that can be hard to see until you start diving into that system and really deconstructing it and looking at it from an ableist lens. When you start to do that, you really can see some things that are problematic. And I think this is something I want anyone watching this video to understand, is that don't just assume that there's no ableism in a system. Actually go in being aware of, well, how ableism works and what it looks like, and looking to see if there are any pieces in the system, because likely there is, especially if it's a system that's been around very long, because it wasn't that long ago in our history that if someone had a disability, they were treated pretty horrendously across the board. I mean, everywhere, devalued to a great degree. So if we've got systems that have been around very long, I mean, there's probably some ableist things in them, right? And we need to take a look at that, and we need to dismantle that. We need to change it, right? The other thing I want to share about is ableism from a microaggression standpoint. Microaggressions are more day-to-day things that occur. Some of them may be small or simple in the way that someone's treated, or the way that they're talked about or written about, or an interaction amongst a couple of people that are, again, devaluing, harmful, judging, etc. And we do see ableism come out in these microaggressions. And this is something that people might even do and not realize that they're doing it. The intention may be, I'm not going to be ableist, but then all of a sudden you've said something or done something that really is ableist because, you know, you have grown up and experienced life in all these systems that are ableist. And so sometimes we're just conditioned to respond these ways, and we don't even realize it until we really stop to examine this concept within ourselves. So this is another area to look at. Systems is one, microaggressions are another. Language that you use, slang that you use, right? The way that you interact when you are around someone with a disability. What do you say? How do you respond to them? What are you feeling about them? What are you thinking about them? What do you see written about someone as you go into a building in terms of someone with a disability? What's the language that's used? You know, what are the policies, right? So how do you observe other people interacting with those who have a disability? I mean, you might be surprised when you really kind of put on this lens to examine it, how many things you see that you would go, oh my gosh, yeah, this is ableist, and I've been doing this, and I need to stop doing this, and I need to change. This is definitely a progression of growth. Again, I think that it's been so overwhelming in cultures across the world to be ableist historically. So we're just growing up inundated with these conditioned beliefs and responses. So it takes stopping, understanding the concept, examining ourselves, examining the systems to really see where this is happening, and then to stop it and to change it and to do something better moving forward. And that should be the goal of all of us in humanity, is to eradicate, you know, all spaces and forms of ableism, because it's just a dehumanizing process, and one that we certainly as play therapists don't want to be sending to children that we work with. So hopefully this maybe makes you think, gives you some new ideas, takes you a little bit further down your learning journey of this concept, but it's certainly not an end, right? Go read more, go look up more information, and take a deeper dive into this concept and applying it to the systems that you work in, whether it's mental health, play therapy, schools, and to yourself, right? And examining yourself as well. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And thanks for working on this topic and trying to help with this. It's so important in the work that we do. So please give our video here a like and subscribe to the AutPlay Therapy YouTube channel, and come back and watch more videos. Thanks. Take care.